Hey everyone, my name is Jacob. Today, Apple had their WWDC event where they go out and talk about all the new software updates and everything that's coming to iOS, watchOS, tvOS, and macOS, and also some developer stuff, because that's what it's for, is for the developers. So, they just got done talking about iOS 12, and so I wanted to make a video about me kind of like just my reactions to it. Now, this isn't like a live reaction like I'm watching it. This is after they have talked about it. But if you want to see everything that was released in WWDC, I'll leave a link in the description once it's available. If it's not available whenever I post it, because sometimes it take a while to get stuff out. But once it is, I will leave a link. And so yeah, I just want to talk about it really quick. I'm going to try to make this like a one-take video. Just sit down, relax, and talk about it. But don't relax too much. Please, that's just weird. Let's start talking about it. So iOS 12, we knew that iOS 12 wasn't going to be a really big update because they have so many bugs in iOS that they just need to fix them, really. Now that I'm thinking about it, they didn't talk about fixing a lot of bugs. Just realized that. So hopefully they go out and fix that, because I have an iPhone 10 over there, and now I'm kind of wishing that I had it. But I have an over here, but I have an iPhone 10 over there, and so I bought it for a lot of money, and it has a lot of bugs, and I want them to fix them. So that's what I was hoping they would do with iOS 12, so hopefully they are. But they did talk about, first off, talking about performance and how their performance is going to be a lot better. They're going through their software and making it so much better. So basically what they were saying is, whenever a CPU gets an action to perform, it starts in a like slope up form. So it like slopes up kind of gradually. And that's why sometimes it takes a long time to do it. So now what they're wanting to do is they want to make it go immediately slope up and then gradually go down. This will result in it working a lot faster. Your phone, your iPad working a lot faster. And that's really, really good. So I'm really excited to try that out. I'll definitely try to have a comparison video once I can. Then they moved on to ARKit. And ARKit is really, really cool what they're doing there. They're basically the main thing that they improved it, but they also have added ARKit shared experiences, which is really cool. So your friends can see what you're seeing through your ARKit app. If they have the app open on their iPad or iPhone, they can see the same experience, and you can play multiplayer games with your ARKit app. And I think that's a really cool idea. They demoed a Lego game that was pretty cool, and I think that it's just developers can use ARKit to make some really cool things. Also with ARKit, they added a new app to the iPhone, one of those apps that you're gonna put in your junk folder. Oh my, it's called the Measure app, and this is actually probably one of my favorite parts about iOS 12, along with Siri, which we're about to talk about. Basically, it has AR where you can actually measure stuff. So you can go onto a surface and say, from here to here, I want to measure and see what it is. And it'll be like 25 feet or 2 inches or whatever you're measuring. And I really, really like that because I can never find a tape measure. Of course, the measurements are estimated, and they're not going to tell you that this is 100% right because they might be wrong. So if you're going to like buy some furniture and need a spot on measurement, obviously go get a measuring tape. But this is really cool for quick stuff. It also detects like rectangles, so it can tell you automatically what the dimensions of that rectangle. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Next, they went on to photos, and they talked about how they didn't do anything to photos. They just copied Google Photos, basically. Watching this whole keynote, or watching this whole iOS 12 thing, I was like, I feel like I'm back watching Google I.O. A lot of it was basically the same as Google I.O. Basically, what you can do now is you can share photos with your friends with photos. It'll suggest that. They've added some new search features, which is cool, and some just predictive stuff of what you want to see. So that's pretty cool. That was a little small update. So next is on to Siri, and Siri is really, really bad compared to Google Assistant and Alexa. And I was hoping that they would fix her and make her better. They didn't. They didn't fix, I mean, Siri barely understands anything that I say, and she can't do a lot. They did add a new feature to Siri that I really like. Honestly, that this is probably my favorite part of iOS 12 is Siri. Siri shortcuts. I mean, not Siri. Siri's horrible. So this is pretty cool. It's just like Google's Google Assistants. I think they call them routines. I could be wrong about that. What Siri shortcuts can do is she can get these developers can add Siri shortcuts to their apps. So you can say something like, what are my travel plans? And then it'll bring up an app that you added that shortcut from the app. And they can tell you your travel plans. That's one of the demonstrations that they gave, which is really cool that they're adding these things so that all these developers can now take control of Siri, because Siri was originally very closed off with developers. Only a few certain apps could use it, like making lists and stuff like that, and messaging and paying. And so this is a lot better. I think this is a lot better idea, and I like this idea a lot more. And then also with this Siri shortcuts, they have a new shortcuts app, which is pretty cool. And this is where you can tell Siri one specific phrase and she'll do a whole list of things. So you can say something like, I'm going home, and then you can tell Siri to, whenever I say that, to do a whole bunch of things, such as start navigating me to my house, and then tell me how much time I have to get there, and then text someone at your house, hey, I'll be there, and how much is it going to take me to get there, and then start playing music in the car, and then turn on my fan at my house, and all that stuff, all in one command. So you can say, hey Siri, I'm going home, and I'm sorry, I just tricked. She just said goodbye. I probably just triggered all y'all's devices. I won't say that again. So you can say, Siri, I'm going home, and she'll be like, okay, I turned on your fan. It's gonna take you an hour to get there. I texted blah 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 and told them that's gonna take you an hour to get there. I'm gonna start playing music. It's a really cool idea, and it's finally Siri has it, because Google Assistant has had it for a while, and I'm very happy that Siri has it now. Now, skipping over some of the really boring stuff such as the Apple News app and the Stocks app. I'm like, yes, please talk about the Stocks app for the rest of the keynote. I want to hear about that. That's awesome. They also they also introduced animojis, some new animojis, such as like a ghost and a T-Rex and a koala, stuff like that. But they also introduced tongue detection. It's just even weird saying it. Like, what? So whenever you stick out your tongue, the Animoji will stick out your tongue. So, I mean, this is the most innovative stuff I think I've ever seen. I'm just blown away by this stuff. They also released Memoji, which is a knockoff of Samsung's Animoji knockoff. So it's Apple's knockoff of Samsung's knockoff of Apple, which is basically an Animoji of yourself. And I actually like this a lot more than Samsung's I don't know what they call it, but it was really creepy. And so this one looks more like an iOS emoji, and I actually kind of like it. It's going to be kind of weird using, and I don't think anyone's going to use it a lot, but if you do, good for you. I mean, if you want to use it, then you should be allowed to use it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. They also released group FaceTime, which I don't like. It's very, you can chat with up to 32 people, and I'm like, who in the world has 32 people that they want to talk to at once? I'm like, I just need the one person, maybe even two people. But I never use video calling. So I'm very happy that they finally have it though, so that is an option. But I do not like how the UI is designed. It's very messy, and I just don't like it. I think that they should have probably thought about that a little bit better. It looks very messy. They also added some new filters to the iMessage and FaceTime camera, where you can turn your face into an Animoji. You can add stickers, you can add text, drawings, stuff like that on your camera that you're recording with. So if you're into that type of stuff, good for you. So they also released helping you out with your iPhone addiction, which is really good. I feel like they could have maybe done a little bit better with that. Google's version was really good with YouTube sending you daily summaries of what happened. I really like that. But basically, they're just helping you not to be as addicted to your iPhone. They've updated Do Not Disturb with some cool features that no one's going to use. And they also finally added groups notifications, which are kind of handled well. I mean, they're not really, they're not handled as well as I think they should be. they kind of are stupid. They said that your iPhone will send you a weekly summary on your usage with, I think they said weekly. They might have said monthly, but I'm pretty sure that they said weekly. I can't remember off the top of my head. But they're gonna send you a summary of your usage so that you know. You can set times on specific apps. So say you only want to use Instagram for an hour a day. They're like, once you reach that time, they're like, hey, you need to get off Instagram, crazy. And you can be like, no, I don't want to. And they'll give you some more time. Or you can get off of Instagram. That's up to you. Now, they didn't talk about this, but I did see some dark notifications. Like a dark mode notifications. I don't exactly know if there was a dark mode involved. If they were not normal white notifications, they never said it. I didn't hear anything about dark mode. Maybe they said something about, I don't think it's, maybe, is it called dark mode? People are, I don't feel like that sounds right. Anyways, I didn't hear anything about that, but I did see dark mode notifications on their keynote, and I was like, guys, finally, and then they never said anything about it, so I'm like, okay. Anyways, that's my video on the iPhone. Gosh, the iOS 12 update. This will be available in the fall for a free upgrade. So I'll have more videos about this. I'll check out the beta whenever it's more stable. Last year I was 11. I installed the beta on, not my phone. We had an old phone that we kept, and I installed the beta on there as like an iPhone 6, and it did not go over well. So yeah, we'll not be installing it there. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Tell me what you think about iOS 12 in the comments below. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like it. And I'll try to get this video out as fast as I possibly could, because I wanted to update y'all about what iOS 12 is without you having to watch the whole keynote. Like I said, I'll leave a link so you can check out everything else, watchOS, macOS, and tvOS. Anything else that they released down there, I'll leave a link in the description below. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.